Why are so many smart, ambitious, successful women still single? She has the degree, the job, the apartment, the confidence. But at night, she's swiping through dating apps, wondering where all the good men went. It's not just a personal story, it's a global trend. Around the world, women are rising. They're leading companies, launching startups, earning more degrees than ever before. They're winning at work. But when it comes to love, relationships, and family, many are quietly struggling. Marriage rates are declining, birth rates are dropping, and more women than ever before say they're frustrated with modern dating, even though they've never had more options or freedom. So, what's going on? This video isn't here to point fingers. It's not about blaming women or men, it's about asking an honest question. What happens when gender roles evolve faster than emotional expectations? We're living in a cultural moment where traditional structures are breaking down, but new ones haven't fully formed. Men and women are navigating uncharted territory. For modern women, success is no longer tied to being a wife or mother. It's about career, independence, and self-fulfillment. And that's a powerful thing. But love hasn't caught up yet. The rules of dating, still shaped by old instincts and even older expectations. The result? A disconnect, one that's leaving many women feeling empowered in the boardroom, but lost in their personal lives. In this video, we'll explore how we got here, how female empowerment reshaped modern life, why love and relationships didn't adapt as quickly, and what it might take to bridge the gap between career success and emotional connection. Because this isn't a gender war, it's a growing tension that affects everyone. And maybe understanding it is the first step to changing it. Just a few generations ago, a woman's path was often predetermined. Get married, raise a family, so support your husband. Her success wasn't measured by salary or promotions, but by how well she could run a household. But everything changed in the past few decades. The feminist movements of the 20th century fought hard for women's rights, starting with the right to vote, then expanding to equal education, workplace opportunity, reproductive rights, and beyond. Slowly but surely, the doors began to open, and modern women didn't just walk through those doors, they ran. Today, women make up the majority of college graduates in many countries. They're starting businesses at record rates. They're becoming doctors, lawyers, engineers, politicians, positions that were once almost entirely male-dominated. In the U.S. alone, women now hold over 52% of professional-level jobs. In many urban areas, single women under 30 actually out-earn their male counterparts. Success is no longer a dream, it's an expectation. But this shift didn't just happen in boardrooms. It transformed the way women saw themselves. No longer defined by relationships, many modern women prioritize self-fulfillment, freedom, and personal growth. They're traveling solo, investing in therapy, building personal brands, buying property on their own, and they're doing it with pride. Society began to celebrate the independent woman. She's fierce, she's focused, she doesn't need anyone. Music, media, and social movements all reinforced the idea that needing a man was a weakness, and that the highest form of empowerment was self-sufficiency. But here's the twist. As women achieved more than ever before, the world of dating didn't evolve at the same pace. And the higher women rise, the smaller the dating pool seems to get. The next part of this story? It's not just about women anymore. It's about dynamics, about the market of modern love, and how the very success women worked so hard to achieve is now creating a whole new kind of challenge. Here's where things start to get complicated. As women rise in status, financially, socially, and intellectually, the dynamics of dating are shifting in uncomfortable ways. Because whether we admit it or not, many people still date according to traditional instincts. Most women still prefer to date across or up, someone equally or more successful, older, taller, more confident. It's called hypergamy, the tendency to pair with someone perceived as higher status. It's not shallow, it's evolutionary. And it used to work in a world where most men were, by default, more educated and economically dominant. But not anymore. Today, women are outpacing men in education and income. In cities around the world, highly accomplished women are discovering that the pool of men who meet their standards is shrinking rapidly. Add dating apps into the mix, and it gets even messier. Apps promise endless options, but often deliver disconnection. Swipe culture turns people into profiles. Ghosting becomes normal. And paradoxically, the more choices we have, the harder it becomes to choose. It's called the paradox of choice, and it's leading to burnout. Men, on the other hand, are also feeling the pressure. Many report feeling inadequate or intimidated when dating high-achieving women. They're unsure of their role in a relationship where traditional masculinity is no longer expected or even welcomed. Some withdraw, others lash out, and a growing number simply opt out of dating altogether. Meanwhile, women are left wondering, am I too intimidating, too independent, too much? Or worse, should I lower my standards just to find connection? This tension between modern success and ancient expectations isn't just personal, it's cultural, and it's one of the main reasons why modern love feels so broken. But the story doesn't end here, because underneath all this is a deeper question. What do we actually want from relationships now? And in the next part, we'll explore how identity, gender roles, and shifting expectations are colliding, sometimes explosively, in the hearts of modern women and men alike. At the heart of modern love lies a quiet identity crisis on both sides. For decades, women were told, you can be anything. And they believed it. They built careers, bought homes, traveled the world. They became strong, self-sufficient, and proud of it. But when it comes to relationships, many still crave what society once discouraged: emotional intimacy, stability, a partner who's strong and supportive, who leads but listens. Here's the conflict. How does an independent woman allow herself to be vulnerable without feeling weak? And how does a man support her strength without feeling emasculated? Modern relationships are no longer guided by strict gender roles, yet many of us are still wired by generations of conditioning. She wants him to lead, but not control. He wants to feel needed, but not for his paycheck. It's a delicate balance, and most of us were never taught how to walk it. Men, in particular, are facing a new set of expectations. No longer defined by just providing, they're now expected to be emotionally available, communicative, and in tune with feelings, qualities they were often discouraged from developing. The result? Some feel lost. Others feel attacked. Many feel unsure of their place in this new relationship order. Meanwhile, women are carrying more than just financial weight. They're managing schedules, emotions, household decisions, social dynamics. It's called the mental load, and it's exhausting. So, while modern women may have gained independence, many now struggle to find a man who both complements and understands their reality. This isn't about blame. It's about a system that's out of sync, a society that gave women new roles, but didn't update the rulebook for love. And until we address that disconnect, until we create space for new definitions of masculinity, femininity, and partnership, modern love will continue to feel like a battlefield instead of a bond. But there is hope. In the final part of this video, we'll explore what a new kind of love might look like, and how both women and men can rewrite the script. So, where do we go from here? If traditional roles no longer fit and modern expectations keep clashing, how do we move forward? Maybe it starts with this simple idea: success in love doesn't have to look like the past, and strength doesn't mean doing it all alone. For modern women, the challenge isn't just finding love, it's redefining what love means in an era of independence. Instead of seeking someone to complete them, they're looking for someone who can grow with them. Someone who doesn't compete with their ambition, but supports it. Someone who doesn't see vulnerability as weakness, but as intimacy. Likewise, men are slowly being invited into a new kind of masculinity, one that's rooted in presence, emotional fluency, and mutual respect. Not every man is there yet, but many are trying. And they, too, need space to evolve. without being shamed for falling behind the curve. Maybe we've outgrown the old scripts: the prince who saves the damsel, the wife who sacrifices her dreams, the power couple that hides their pain behind curated Instagram posts. What we need now is a new story, one where love is built on emotional intelligence, communication, patience, and shared purpose. It's not easy. It requires unlearning, humility, self-awareness. But more than anything, it requires both sides to show up, not with perfection, but with intention. The truth is, modern women aren't losing in love. They're just facing a transition period where old formulas no longer work and new ones are still being written. And that's okay, because maybe the real win isn't in getting the fairy tale. It's in writing a love story that actually fits your life.